Hello and welcome back to the MVP Gaming channel. Today we've got a special one for you. We're going to be breaking down some gameplay against the very best teams from the European, Middle East and Turkey regions. And we're going to be focusing in on some special tips that you can do in order to surprise your enemies and support your allies to take that chicken dinner. So here we go, guys. We are going to be dropping in. Now remember to use that eyeball so you can spot enemies like there. Now you're going to be thinking, why is he dropping in a little compound on the edge of the map? But here's the thing, you'll notice when you're watching the video today, it's not just a normal classic game. We are playing against the very best squads in European and Middle East regions, and also from Turkey as well. So we want to be dropping in places where we're most likely not going to get contested. We want to get decent loot. And also find vehicles. It's really important to be able to find vehicles, so drop on compounds where you are going to find them, and you can obviously then rotate a lot faster, because when you're playing in these lobbies, a lot of it is about speed, and you want to be rotating faster so you're not at the back of the line and everyone's rotating ahead of you, because they're going to be ready and waiting for you in the zone, and it's just not going to end well for you. So here I've sent my guys forward to get some information. We've gone to the top of the hill. Now the reason we love to take positions like this is because we can just see so much information about what's going on around us. We can see in here, well, the zone just hard shifted down to the south, but it was up on the North Island as well, so there was a chance it could have gone up there. So we could see over to the bridge by the crate, so we could see all that information over there, get like a judgment of where we're going to rotate next. Here we can see we're looking out where enemies' positions, where they're located. I'm going to let my allies know. So then we're going to rotate again. Obviously we don't want to stay too far on the edge of the zone, but at the same time we do want to rotate in. We don't want to wait on completely on the edge of the zone, because otherwise we're going to be the slowest to, if it shifts on the other side, we're going to be so slow to get there. Everyone's going to be set up, and they're just going to be waiting for us, and we're going to get annihilated. So we're going to stop here. We don't want to go too deep into the zone, so we're actually looking good here. Especially on a zone like this, there is still a chance it could shift up north, so we don't want to go too deep in south where you're not going to be able to get out of, and you're going to get stuck in the middle of so many teams. Now you'll notice here as well, I'm dropping supplies for my teams. You'll see that I've picked up 60 bullets for 5.56 and an 8x scope, even though I haven't got any 5.56 weapon or I haven't got a sniper rifle. And the reason for that is I can share my supplies with my team. That's a really important thing when you're playing in high tier lobbies. You haven't obviously got a lot of time to loot a full city or anything like that. So we are going to loot everything we can, because maybe I'm picking up something my friends will need or anything like that. So we can have a look at the zone there, and we're not too far in deep. Obviously we're just going to wait here because we don't want to go right into the middle, because there's going to be a lot of enemy teams there, and we might end up losing people on rotation when there's no need, because the zone is very volatile in PUBG, so it can hard shift up or down. You never know where it's going to go. So we saw here that the zone hard shifted to the top side of the map, so it was a good decision not to dive in too deep. And this is a point I really want to highlight for you guys. It's a really important one, and it's about surprising your enemies. So basically here we've got 3 of our team up on the rocks on the top of ruins, and we're going to leave them there. Basically that's our main position, right? So that's where enemies, they're going to look, they're going to scout, they're going to see we're there. But I'm just going to stay here on the bottom where no one's going to expect me. The enemy is not going to think there's a guy here, because they're thinking, oh, there's 3 people, or for them, they don't know, they see 3 people, that could be 4 people. They don't know that that's just 3 people. So in their head, that's a full squad at the top of the hill. They're not going to expect someone down here. So if they do push up, I'm going to be in a great position to basically surprise them. Look, he doesn't even expect anyone here, and it's just an easy kill. Like, no worries there. I'm not in any risk or anything like that. Obviously, because my teammate can cover me from the top of the hill. So that's really nice trick that you can use, especially if you've got a full squad with you. And then what you want to be doing is leaving one person a little bit further away, so they can basically surprise the enemies who are pushing up onto you. And that basically stops the whole enemy push, right? because now it's a 4v3. So they're not going to push into a 4v3, and you've basically secured this position for your squad.
It's the rest of Navy.
So here we see I'm sneaking around. That's another little trick you can do. If you actually take your pan like this and sneak around, you're not going to be producing any footsteps. Now I've got to be careful here because there's two squads that are basically pushed up. They're just fighting right next to me here on the southwest side. So here you don't want to be isolated. Now the thing is, because there's a lot of enemies around, there's two squads, so there's 7 or 8 enemies around. My friends, it's going to be hard for them to peek over this ridge here and cover me. So a smart decision here is going to be for me to actually rejoin back with my squad and avoid being isolated, because a lot of the time if enemies know you're isolated, they're going to be pushing you, and they're going to cover from back, so my friends can't over peek on the ridge and support me. So it's a good decision. We need to avoid getting isolated and pull back to our squad where we're in a strong position, because basically when you want to get to the end zone, that's when it's most important to have all your players alive, right? We want to keep as many players as possible. Obviously it's not always the case, you can't always keep 4 people alive, you're going to lose some on the way, but we want to keep as many people alive as possible. So we've still got 2 squads fighting down there. So what we're going to do now is use this overwatch position and basically try and pick up some kills. Obviously we're in the zone and they're on the edge of the zone or not in the zone, so that's where we've got an advantage, and we're going to use that to find some kills.
Get some kills, guys.
And that's the beautiful thing there, like that was such an easy kill. Like that's the great thing about getting your positioning right, rotating early into the zone, so then you know that you're in the zone and they're outside of the zone. So basically it's like they've not got a chance. Like they need to get into the zone. The zone really stings at this late stage in the game, and you're just sitting there, you're in the best position, like they can't even do anything, they can't touch you, and you're just going to be able to pick up a lot of easy kills like that. Now there's always some sneaky players. Like if I see a smoke down there, I'm thinking there's probably one behind that little stone wall, so that's why I'm throwing grenades. But at the same time, we don't want to lose all our meds and things like that, so we are going to play a little bit cautious. Now you saw there, the zone has shifted over to the water, so we've now got to make a decision. Do we try and wait here and take out all these enemies behind us, or do we run into the zone? So we're going to do a little bit more damage here, and then we're going to make a decision to get to the zone, because this zone is really going to sting. As soon as it gets to this late stage in the game and you're trapped outside in the blue zone, it's just not where you want to be. Like you can get pinned down so easily. Now this is a risky move, obviously, because we've still got enemies behind us in the back. And as you can see here, look how fast the guy knocks me. Like these people at this kind of level, they just shoot so good. As soon as you're in the open, no matter where they are, they're just gonna take out enemies like so fast, no matter the distance really. But they have been killed now. Tika got the kill onto one of their players and the other one died from the blue zone, so that squad's been taken out. So I'm going to attempt here to try and support my friends by dropping my supplies. Like I know Senso doesn't quite make it in this video, but this little drop on the first aids could actually be the difference between life or death, if he's got enough first aids to get to the zone or not. But considering how tricky this zone was to play around, you know, it's over 3 different lakes, like it's impossible to predict as well. We've actually done really well to get 2 players alive into this final zone, and we've given ourselves a little chance. Maybe there's a chance that we can win this game. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But it's all going to be about how can we support our friends. Even now when I'm dead, I can still help guide my friends, give them useful bits of information, what they might not see, or because I don't have to focus on myself, you know. I don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to get shot in the back? Do I have to aim down here or anything like that? I can basically focus more on guiding my team where they should go and how they should play this difficult zone. So we're seeing here, we've still got 18 players alive in this tiny little space. Half the zone's still in the water, so it's a really difficult zone to play. Probably one of the most difficult zones you can get in a wrangle. So we're going to see here how Akashi and Tika can play it, and if they can come out on top and get that chicken dinner. So Akashi's going to play a little safe game here. He's going to go into the water, which is actually a really useful thing you can do. Obviously, when you're deep down in the water, there's no way you can get shot. So if you are positioning, then look, for example, there, Akashi actually stayed alive from going in the water. And those enemies out in the blue zone there who just knocked Tika, they're actually dead to the blue zone now. They just got finished. World of Wonders helped taking them out as well. So Akashi is going to get the revive onto Tika. Now this is the beautiful thing about crazy end zones like this, when you've got a lot of players still alive, is not all the focus is going to be on you, right? It's not like in a classic game where everyone's just focused on you and it's like a 4v4 at the end. There's still like 3 or 4 or 5 even squads left in this game going into the final circle. And because they're still focusing on each other, that was a good one from Tika, nice little headshot. You guys are able to kind of survive, you know, just keep your heads down, do some damage, obviously take some players out, and just move on with the game. You don't have to put yourself at risk too much. You can just sit here and wait, especially because they got a zone shift, they don't have to move. So let everyone else move first, and then they can basically make their move later on. Because that's another thing that they have to do, right? Because they're not in the zone right now, but they're on the edge of the zone. So the zone's going to move a lot faster onto all the other people around them. So the other people around them have to make their move first. So now you're going to see Tika using that to his advantage. And basically he can take out a squad who's on the other islands who have to start moving before him, because they're a lot further away from the next zone. So that was a great job by them. Now there's only 8 players up. They're going to little reposition here into the zone. And X team just got taken out there by Godsent, so it's going to be a 4v2. Now, it's never an easy situation to be in, a 4v2, but obviously there's some things that you can do to increase your chances. Now, the first is going to be to spread out. As you can see here, Tika is on the right and Akashi is gone on the left, and that's a really useful thing to do, because if you're both in the same spot, you just get taken out so easily and so fast. So Tika here, he's done some damage, but he's actually been knocked, and it's been left to Akashi. Akashi is actually prone and down in the grass, so he's really hard to see, and he's managed to get 3 knocks there. So great job from Akashi, and basically that was helped because Tika is distracting the enemies and Akashi is dealing a lot of damage. And as you can see here, I know Tika's knocked and he's got no chance of survival, but basically he's still got a massive effect on this game and this fight, and the reason is because he's crawling over and he's just giving Akashi all that information. He's telling Akashi exactly where the guy is, and that enables Akashi to do the push and take the chicken dinner, and that was a great job from Akashi. So I'm really happy with how the guys played that. You can see there, it was a great help by Tika. Even though he was knocked, he still managed to help Akashi by giving all that useful information. And that's a really great thing on how you can help your friends. So really thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you learned a lot. Obviously that's a really difficult lobby to play in, playing against some of the top teams in PUBG Mobile at the minute. All professional players. So I hope you enjoyed something there. I hope you found it useful. And please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.